Whether students return to school this fall virtually or in person, it'll be important to ease students into a routine and help prepare them for back to school. Jen Griffs, Chief Program Officer with Communities in Schools, joins us this morning to talk a little bit more about it. Good morning, Jen. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So let's first talk about the challenges that students are facing. I think that many of us were facing some challenges on heading back to work, but now we're talking about school.
Yes, so we know that some students may be really excited to get back to school and other students might be feeling pretty worried. We know there are a lot of students in Central Texas who haven't been to school in person in a very long time. And if they are taking that step to go back in person, they might be worried about regular kid things like making friends and the added layer of figuring out if they're going to be able to relearn how school works this year. And students who are going to be learning remotely might have the same worries as well.
And so how do parents, caretakers, caregivers help assuage some of these worries? How do you help your kids get back to school?
Yes, well, as the parent or a caregiver, you set the tone, and that's the most important thing to remember. So if you're feeling nervous, which is normal, especially during these times, know that your child is going to feel that too. So do your best to stay calm and have a plan. So some specific things you can do are take the opportunity to attend your child's virtual or in person back to school night, meet the teacher. That way you can all get a really good sense of how school is actually going to work this year and get oriented to the learning environment. Another important thing is starting to get back on those routines. So we know that elementary age children need at least 10 hours of sleep at night. And so they might be on that summer sleep schedule, start shifting that sleep schedule to the appropriate time as much as possible, at least a week before school starts. And as mentioned, if they are having worries or a lot of questions, make the time to listen to your children. Let them be honest with you. Send them some encouraging notes in their lunchbox or just with their supplies, and make sure that they have all the important information they need. So that's emergency phone numbers, bus numbers, write down their teachers' names. If they're doing virtual school, all their login information. You want them to be prepared. So the night before the first day of school, go ahead and set out that back to school outfit. If your student is reporting to school in person, make sure everything's ready to go. Lunch, if you send lunch to school with your child, masks, water bottles, everything they need to feel prepared and confident, and especially those school supplies. So check your school's website for a list of school supplies, or know that there are opportunities for you to receive school supplies probably from your school or another organization.
Right. Probably one of the biggest things I would think is trying to get the bedtimes back to the 10 hours. Is it best to just do it cold turkey, like we've got to go to bed tonight, or is it good to ease into it? What are your recommendations?
Well, there's no one right way. Every family is going to be different. I think lean on what might have worked for you in the past and give it a try. I know in my family, we're going to try to ease into it.
All right, there you go. Good tips. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Can't believe it's back to school already. If you have more questions or like more information, head to CISCentralTexas.org. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
Stay with us. We'll be right back on Good Day.